I made a change. This is the intake that I'm going to use in my 455 build. It's an old Edelbrock Torker. It's kind of an iconic manifold. They've been around a long time. These have been around since the 70s. They stopped making them fairly recently, so they've been making these for 3 or 4 decades. Hence, they are proven. They've been around. Lots of guys have good success with them. There's a few out there that didn't, and I suspect those people are people that didn't have the right engine for it. It was the wrong application. Maybe they didn't have enough compression, or cam was too small, or whatever it is. But for me, I think that's to work well. The power range in this one's from 25 to 6,500 RPM, and that's exactly what I'm doing with my build. Maybe a little higher, maybe 67, but that's kind of what I'm shooting for. Now, so those are the positive points in this intake. It's proven. It's a single plane, the right power range, all that sort of thing, and it's fairly available. There's quite a few of these in the market still. But the disadvantages to this are theoretical from people that I've read about on the internet. Number one is this kink that you'll see in all 4 of these outside runners. Now, I know, or I hear, there's a lot of research and development that go into these things. It's not a Chinese-made one where they just slap it together. It's an Edelbrock, right? So I don't think that's a mistake. And of course, with all the success it's had for the decades, it would have come out, this is a turd, you know, and it hasn't. So I don't think that's a mistake. I think that was done by design. Obviously, they wanted to clear these bolt holes, and if they wanted to do something different, like how these runners come out further and come down this way, they could have done that, but they did it this way. There was a reason for it, obviously. I'm not sure what it was exactly. Now, I'm just going to flip it over. You'll notice there's no pinch in the bottom. So that's helpful. And you can't see, but if I put my fingers in there, it's not really restrictive. By no means. And if I bring it back to this side again, you can sort of get a better idea as to what they're going for there. And I'm no airflow expert, but I don't think that'll impede flow. And as a matter of fact, it almost, just by looking at it, would create somewhat of a venturi there. So that's my take on that. And the second, what I consider a disadvantage, is a spread bore slash 4150 style flange here. I don't care for the dual flange because I need an adapter to make sure I don't have any vacuum leaks when I run a 4150 carburetor. But aside from that flange and this theoretical problem with these outside runners, I think it's a fantastic intake. And compared to what's out there, there's a Holly Street Dominator, which I think is great. They're kind of hard to find, but they do have an EGR port on them, which I don't care for. And I mean, a guy can weld that up or whatever, but I don't really care for that. I'd rather have something like this. And there's a Offenhauser intake out there, a couple of them. Those are really, really nice. They're hard to find, though. And I don't know how proven they are compared to this one. There's probably way more of these out there. And then, of course, you have your the Edelbrock Victor, which is really, really tall. And it's beyond the power band that I'm using on this engine, so it'd probably hurt my bottom end. And there's a whole bunch of dual planes out there, which I'm not using on this because of my power band. And I think for my application, this single plane is a better intake. But that's a snapshot of what we have here. Take care.